Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, do me a favor, put something in the chat for me, somebody. Just put something in the chat. I can make sure you got me. D Harris, what's happening? Thank you. Thank you. All right, so yo, real fast, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, man. I just want to chime in real fast. Um, on it's quick breaking news and then get into this Mercury retrograde as well, which is real quick. In my masters, I guess I got 2 minutes. I did set the time for 5 o'clock, so I ain't gonna cheat. So I'll go live in 2 minutes. But what's up? What's up, in my masters? What's going on? It's the latest and greatest. Let me see if my man gonna come down here. Uh, we get started in 1 minute. 1 minute to be fresh on. On. Um, do me a favor, those of y'all that's here, do me a favor, just click the like button for me so we can get it going in the algorithm. I got Tanisha in the building. What's up? What's up, Sunshine? OG Bruce Lee in there. What's going on? O to the G, Bruce Lee. What's cracking, man? All right. So let me turn that background off. All right, so anybody that's brand new to the channel that's gonna see this, man, first of all, thank you. Welcome to the channel. This is Hip Hop Astrology TV. Granted, I'll be talking about other things as you go through the channel and whatnot, which I think is pretty great topics and whatnot. But bear with me because what I do here really is show the connection. When it's celebrity in focus, in a sense, I want to show you a connection that deals with the current event in the celestial phenomenon, aka when the stars align. Because I think we've all heard that saying, I guess the stars were aligned, which is a very true statement. All right. So recently, yesterday, Blueface was stabbed in the gym. And you see my slide, I'm going to say he's stabbed by the planet Mars. Because off rip, when I hear something like this, I know it's Mars. Now, one thing to be familiar with, I always show this right here, which is what I call the square chart. And this is where you really got to know this science. It's because Blueface is an Aquarius, but I know Mars is in Virgo. So it has nothing to do with him being an Aquarius. I want to make this very clear. It has nothing to do with him being an Aquarius. This is why you really have to know your stuff. Okay. And so, maybe I'll explain it a little later in a sense, but this is a very valuable tool to understand because these particular signs, okay, like again, Blueface is an Aquarius, but he wasn't born with Mars in Aquarius. In fact, he was born with Mars in Libra. Okay. So it would be everything in the red square when Mars in the sky gets into Libra. When Mars in the sky is in Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, these will be his more challenging times, right? But then you got to know the skill set a little bit more in depth because although he has Mars in Libra, Mars in the sky of the day of his stabbing, it's not in Libra either. We're going to talk about that. So you really want to know this to because it's very important to know. All right. All right. So let me blow it up a tad bit here. All right. So why Mars? Because it deals with cuts. So what his experience was, I'm saying this is a planet that deals with this particular experience, cuts. Okay. All right. So if the record is correct, Blueface was born January 20th, 1997. Where is the planet Mars? Let's call it this way. It appears to be at the shoulder of the Virgin. Remember, I said he was born with it in Libra. If you see it in the chart, it's going to be something different, but it's a whole nother conversation. Okay. But it appears to be, as you see, it appears to be at the shoulder of the Virgin. Yes? All right. You see the date. Okay. So the date is January 20th, 1997. Yes. All right. Well, let's go to the day of the stabbing. Where is Mars? Mars is in the same vicinity, at the shoulder, top shoulder, at the head of the Virgin. So this is what's known as a Mars return. Simply because in 1997, when he was born, Mars was here. Well, on the day of the event, Mars is here. So this is known as a Mars return, or what we call Mars conjunct Mars. Mars in the sky is conjuncting or conjoining the space where Mars was when he was born. Mars conjunct Mars, the fifth house. What's up, ma'am? So we have Mars conjunct Mars. And when that energy is coming back around, planet on planet in a sense, then this energy is heightened. It's like a double dose of the same energy because it's the same thing, right? So it's not hard, okay? And so you have to know this. Really, that's it, right? So see, this is what I'm saying. This is why people who get personal reports from me, you get cold reds, because you can look out into the future and say, oh, okay, I got Mars here. When will it be here? Well, it may not be here this year because it takes 2 years to go full circle. So now, maybe next month or maybe next year, right? It's coming. And so now when when the cold red is, this is the time where you beef up your own security and, you be hella cautious at this particular time. You be more on point because if you ain't careful, this will get you up out of here. Mars is dangerous. I got a whole file of dead rappers. In fact, I'm gonna call them. I ain't gonna even say what I'm gonna call them. It's gonna be a nice little documentary in a sense, but a whole file of them. The Master J's, the Big L's, the Biggies, the Tupacs, the Takeoff. Oh, it's a pattern to this thing. It's a pattern. And Blueface just experienced a piece of the pattern. Okay. So this thing is very real, very real. If you know me, I don't play with this dude. I always know where this planet is at. You better know. Because if not, you mess around, you be in an accident or something. You know what I'm saying? So I know. So knowing is half the battle. In fact, knowing is super dope because on one level, again, when you really go upstairs with this science, like I talk about past life regression and whatnot, if you see a problem from a past life, you won't have that problem in this life, right? This is documented work with Dr. Brian Weiss, right? People saw they got stabbed at the same point where they have cancer in their body at today. But upon coming out of that advanced relaxation state, they no longer have cancer right there no more, right? And so seeing deletes the program. So now if we can see into the future, then it's like, God damn it, I can't sneak up on them. I can't get them, okay? So you got to be on point when you're dealing with this, all right? Now, let's move to the next order of business. I got a tenant calling me. I'll deal with him later. So let's move to the next order of business, which is the Mercury retrograde. Just kicked in August 23rd. Interesting because August 23rd was the day this shit jumped off of Blueface on the Mercury retrograde. So from August 23rd to September the 15th, we're going to have this Mercury retrograde motion. All right. So let me share my screen with you so you can see what this retrograde thing looks like. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. All right, so here's Mercury in the sky, and we had changed the date. And see, Mercury retrograde, if you pay attention to the signs, we see Leo, the lion, we see Virgo. If we were to zoom out, right, we'll see Libra starting to come up, right? There go Libra right there. I wonder if the buttons are still the same. Let me see something. Ooh, all right. So we follow that belt. That's the zodiac belt. You see Cancer, the crab to the far right. You see Leo, then you see Virgo, then you see Libra, then you start to see the Scorpion come up on the left. So the zodiac signs go in that order. Okay. So the energies, the planets are moving more and more to the left, which is the next sign. Got me? All right, let me get rid of this. Uh-oh. Which one was it? Was it this? All right. So now the planets, if you pay attention to the sun is moving that way, but look at Mercury in the cursor. Mercury's moving backwards. Like, hey, where are you going? Why are you going back towards Leo? You're not supposed to go that way. The sun is moving towards Virgo, and Mercury's like, no, I'm going this way. You see? And when that happens, we call that a retrograde. Because early in the month at 8:23, Mercury's over here by the head of the Virgin, or under the rear paw of Leo. But as we go through the retrograde, it's like, yo, you bugging. Why are you going back that way? Right? Then they said on the 15th, because now what's going to start to happen from the 15th, they say it's over. Oh, Mercury's about to start coming back. See, it's coming back. But notice on 10-1 around this time, wait a minute, that's where you started the motion at. So when people think it's over on 9-15, oh, the retrograde is over because it's not going backwards no more. Hold up. This is known as the shadow period or the zone. Hold up, because homeboy is still in this same region of space. Bam. So you really technically are supposed to wait until this energy passes the initial point where it started its retro. So if it started right here, then technically it's probably over around here, because that whole zone that it encompassed, all this right here, we're in the zone, you see? So this is how this thing works, okay? So that's the Mercury retro, all right? And so, hold on. Let me get out of here. Hold on, y'all. Oop, oop. All right. All right. So that's the Mercury retrograde. So we talking about what? What my notes say? 21 Virgo, all the way up to 8 degrees Virgo. Now, this is where, hold on. This is where that square chart becomes important, because 21 Virgo, let's just say 21 Virgo is in yellow, where Virgo is. If you are a Virgo, if you have Mercury in Virgo, or you have anything in the mutable signs that's connected by the yellow square, Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, yeah, you're going to be affected by this. Because the Pisces is saying, hold on, this is directly opposite me. Mercury opposite me. Sag and Jimmy is saying, hold on. This Mercury retrograde in Virgo is going to square my Mercury, square my whatever. Especially if you got Sun and Mercury here. in these signs. Okay? So the mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sag, and Pisces, you are on a Mercury retrograde alert. Now, again, you may be a Libra, but you have Mercury in Virgo. You may be a Leo, but have Mercury in Virgo. This is where you got to know this stuff. Okay? All right? You got to know it. All right. Now, here's the thing. What's Virgo when we get out of here? All right. Well, Virgo is the sign of health. Right? Virgo is the sign of health and your job, day-to-day work, habits. So, Mercury retrograde, rewind, revise, work, revise your work, revise your health. Okay, if you had a job that you don't like and you've been wanting to do something, now just may be the time to really consider it. Gotta revise right now. Okay, Mercury retrograde. Miscommunications when it comes to work. So make sure that you dotting your I's and crossing your T's. I tell people with Mercury, when Mercury retrograding is dealing with the work element or the money element, don't cheat and allow somebody to clock out for you because you went home early. They'll mess around and forget because it's a Mercury retrograde right now. Okay. And Virgo deals with work. So this is something to do with, you're working and revising some stuff. And then on the health tip, this would usually be the time I would do a colonics, deal with my intestines, because Virgo deal with the intestines. And paying attention to your hygiene, so this is an excellent time to be like, you know what, let me get on it, let me go back and get on my shit. Okay. And so that's what Virgo represents. It's the health, which we call personal hygiene. It's also your day-to-day job. So pay attention to this energy right here. Okay. Very important to understand. All right. I was going to throw something. I forgot. I didn't put it in there. But it's on my Patreon. So y'all got to get it. I got the houses up. So if you understand your house structure, some of you got Virgo in the first. Like Virgo for me is in the fourth. So that's the house of home, family, and real estate, property. So it's like, what do I have to redo in this area? Oh, some stuff to redo in this particular area, right? Went through a property today and dude didn't move all his stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I got to make sure that's, make sure that gets taken care of. So there's some things that we got to do as far as, real estate goes, and so, you need to know these things, man. Okay. All right. That's really it. That is it. This is not rocket science, not rocket science. This is real stuff. Let me share. I'm gonna share something with you. Shout out to, I don't know where my homie been at. I'm gonna have to go get her because she owed me a video. But this is really real. This is really real. She said, "Good morning. You told me to be on my money visualizations all month. I've been doing the Zodiac Avatar, which is a classic, and the Dolphin Money Visualizer, which is another classic in the morning, along with the Wishing Well, which is a third classic at night. This morning, we found out we officially won the multi-six-figure government bid I was telling you about last month. Thank you so much for the knowledge and encouragement. I am seeing and feeling the results. Something tells me there is more to come." Absolutely. I said, whoop, you got to make me a video. Okay. And I can go pull them out. And I definitely can go in the archives and go pull some stuff out. So this is really real. And the funny thing, the irony, I ain't gonna say funny, but the irony of Sharita was, you want to talk about somebody who hounded me to get inside of this, like, please get me in and get me in a report, please, like kept on. I'm like, you have to wait for opening to come up, right? Just kept on. Well, some things end up ironing out, and she got in there, and it's she's a Virgo. She got Virgo energy, doing the work diligently. I'm telling you, you can follow this thing to a T, turn a lot of stuff off, and like get laser focused. Shit gonna pop off for you. guaranteed, but you just got to get laser focused. But that's with anything, though. Okay, that's with anything. All right. So join the Patreon, man. You saw that. Listen, if you go back, if we go back and look at that time, $15. No, 30. She paid 30. Everybody else is 15. She paid $30. At most, I think they said her pledge was like 120 or something. Like, man, she ain't been in this thing long. Even if she paid $100, you know what I'm saying? See, the key is, why did I tell her this month really focus on money? Because there's an alignment. There's certain things called your second house. That's the house of money. The eighth house, that's the other house of money, right? It's another house that could deal with money as well, right? And so when you're looking at certain things, or maybe it's not a house, maybe it's certain planets that's involved, right? So it's like, ooh, if you really tap in now, like now, like now, it could really be a great benefit for you. You know what I'm saying? So there's a time to plant your seed. There's a time to reap your harvest. Okay. So that's what you need to know. Okay. At the Patreon. All right. So, all right, man, I'm about to get out of here. I just wanted to share that. Happy Mercury retrograde to you. Be safe out here. Double, say dot your I's, cross your T's. I was having this conversation before we go. I was outside cleaning up stuff. Thinking about entrepreneurs and whatnot. I'm like, Mercury retrograde, the work, listen, ladies, you might have a little excuse, but man, you really don't have no excuse. Like, you gotta, sometimes we're afraid to take that Tyler Perry step where it's like, I was sleeping in the park. And that's extreme. But see, depending on, and it's all about rhythm. You go to this extreme, when it pays off, it's going to go all the way to this extreme. It's going to be big. And so to go as far as being homeless and sleeping on the park and, being the bench and getting your, doing your dream and doing your work. And now look at you now. How much are you really willing to dedicate? And even for those who are a little bit more conservative, and again, the ladies, I get it, y'all want security, right? Look at me mocking security, right? Security's good. For women, I don't know, a man talking about security, that shit blows my mind, right? It's like, do we create? I don't know what you're talking about security, just go create. But anyway, putting yourself in a position where it's like, you know what? I want to be there, but what I need to do is, like, I need to move and get in that vicinity right there because that's where I desire to be, to do my thing. But I can't afford that. But what I can afford is this little town that's probably like an hour away, tops, right there. It's way more affordable. Let me stack my bread and go get me a studio apartment there. And I'm going to have enough for a whole year that gives myself a year cushion security to do my thing, right? Like, you can really make it pop if that's what you want to do for those who are aspiring entrepreneurs that may have a sense of fear a little bit, but at some point in time, you're going to really have to jump out there and do it. So you're going to have to line it up the best way you can to go ahead and do it. Now, so I'm of the school of, because I'm a guy, so I'm of the school of, hey, we about to go invade, so we gonna destroy our boats because it ain't no running, it ain't no retreat. We either gonna take it over or we gonna die. One or two, like that's what it is, right? And so you got to be beyond 10 toes down and dedicated, because the Virgo energy is repetition, keyword every day. As Virgo, something that you do every single day. This is why I said Saturn in my school is absolutely exalted in Virgo. That's a very strong placement, very similar in energies, very similar, right? So this is perfection. This is getting it right, getting it done, doing it every day. Also, analysis paralysis. So be careful of that, because you study long, study wrong, you don't do nothing. You all in your head and you won't never make no move. This is time to analyze, and the things that you've been working on are the steps you need to take. If you've already been working on, you need to go ahead and take those steps, okay? So you can get the best of this, all right? Okay. All right, peace out.